Oh, good. I got the alarm clock. All right. I hit I hit record on this, and I was just about to do this, and then I was like, I'm gonna miss the alarm clock. If I'm gonna get it, I gotta get it now, or else it's gonna sell out for a year. Yeah, just my luck, you know. And I say that because of my experience with this thing that we're about to talk about, but we'll get to that in a couple minutes. So yeah, this is video number 2 of all of the stuff that happened yesterday when I was not paying attention to the internet. Nintendo announced some sort of mysterious new online service. They've been full of mysteries lately, haven't they? Nintendo's a very enigmatic company, but like, I don't know. This isn't very common, is it? Where like they just like release some little thing, they just drop some little tidbit and then everybody's like speculating about it. You know, we had the Emio thing and now we got this, just saying we are gonna have a play test of some sort of new online feature, and that's it. That is it. That is 100% of the information that we have. Some sort of online feature. They're gonna test it, and I am lucky. I'm really lucky that I saw that this was gonna be okay. Well, no, not very lucky, but I felt lucky that I saw the news before they opened registration, and I was like, "Phew, good. I'll be there. I'll be there at 8 a.m. and I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be the first person on the planet to sign up." And it's funny because Nintendo says they're opening registration for 5 days. Then they say we've got, what was it, 10,000 slots or something? It's not a lot. And we're looking at open for 5 days, and everybody's thinking like, okay, really though? Really though? You're gonna have it open? You think it's gonna be open for 5 days? Seconds. Under 10 literal seconds was all it took for this to fill up. You know what happened to me? I'm there, I'm on my phone, I'm refreshing the page. The second it turns 8 o'clock, I'm there, I hit the button, and my mistake, a lot of people missed it because they hadn't signed in. See, I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm not signed in yet. I sign in, I'm there, I'm ready. And you have to click I agree to the terms of service before you hit the button. Here's the thing though, you're supposed to have an open, this is to Nintendo, I'm mad at you, Nintendo. You're supposed to have a blank box that you let us check, you let me check it. You give me a blank box so that I may check it. You think you're filling out a form, you're at the doctor's office, it's blank. I put the check in there. They put like a grayed out check, but kind of made it look like it was already checked. And I know, like, in retrospect, like, you have to be the one to check it. I get that. But in the moment, it's already checked. You checked it for me. You put a check that was, like, a little lighter in color. And that threw me off for, like, 2 seconds. Like, 2 seconds. That was enough. That was enough. Oh, no, I need to hit it. Okay, now I checked it. Now I hit the button. Too stinking late. Sorry, registration's closed. Those 10,000 slots filled up in mere moments. So that's a bummer. And you know, I'm looking on Twitter and everybody's like, it's all over the place. You get plenty of people being like, I didn't get it, and plenty of people being like, I did, or I know someone who did. So it really was just everybody was there in a couple seconds, and if you got it, you got it. So I didn't get it. So back to the concept. We don't know what this thing is. We do not know what this thing is in the slightest. All we know is that the playtest period will take place between Wednesday, October 23rd, and Tuesday, November 5th. So we got about 2 weeks. Whatever this thing is, it's not like, you know, Nintendo would do the global test fires for Splatoon, where they test the servers, everybody gets to play for like little windows for like a couple days. Whatever this is, it is going to be an ongoing test. And it's particularly interesting that they're opening it to so few people. So it's like, it's not even necessarily that we are testing their server's ability to handle all these people. Because if we were, then they would let anyone in on it. You don't need an invite. You don't need to apply for a global test fire for Splatoon. No, this is something that they really just want to test. I guess just the concept, the very idea, whatever this thing is. And so, of course, the question is, what could it be? What is even on the list of things that it could possibly be? And the mind naturally jumps to Switch 2, as with, everything. Someone drops a piece of bologna on the floor, and I'm like, Switch 2? Maybe? No? Is that not what we're talking about? All right, and then I set it aside and I move on. So here, of course, we're thinking Switch 2, because with a new console, you have to imagine that they're going to be deepening that online infrastructure, creating more features. That was my whole vision for the next system. It's going to be way more connection. It's going to be way more online stuff. Nintendo wants NSO to be a pillar of their business, so it only makes sense that they're going to want to keep improving it, going into Switch 2. It'll be NSO version 2, basically. So it could be something along those lines. It could be a feature that we already have, or something similar to a feature that we already have, but like the new version of it. It could be something simple, like a new communication system. If the Switch 2 is going to have a better, just like chat feature, video chat, voice chat. Well, obviously not video chat if it's on the Switch. Just some kind of chat feature, some connection feature. It could just be that, just a more fleshed out version of something that we kind of already have. Apparently, this is going to require downloading some sort of software onto your Switch. We don't know if that'll be the case later. If this is an early Switch 2 feature, maybe it'll just be built in, and this is just how they test it. This might not even be a feature that we will ever see on our Switches. Have you considered that? It could just be something that we get to test out for not everyone, but some people get to test out for a couple weeks, and it could be that's it. And we don't hear another thing about it until it is a feature that is implemented on the Switch 2. On the other hand, it could be released on the Switch maybe even soon after this playtest. I don't know. They could do multiple playtests. They could get, introduce more and more people into it. The next playtest after this could be a come one, come all kind of thing. We really have no idea. So back to what it could be. It could just be some better version of something that we already have, something we already want. Or it could be something new, but still something that we like. I have been saying for a long time now, I think that Nintendo Switch Online is a really great way for Nintendo to start dabbling in, like, shows, like digital entertainment. They're making movies now. We might start getting some shows from them at some point. They've been wanting to expand this part of the business. So you're paying for Nintendo Switch Online, and as part of that service, you get access to a bunch of games. And if you get the expansion pass, you get even more games. So why not introduce video content as well? A little bit like how like the 3DS had videos. You didn't have to pay for them or anything, but then they did like the Pikmin short movies, and you did have to pay for it. So like they've been getting into this idea of like visual non-game entertainment, and so it could be that. It could be a little like streaming service. Then you get to like watch some videos or something on it. I don't know. That is also a possibility. I could easily see that being a part of the whole Switch 2 online ecosystem. Or, knowing Nintendo, this could be something that none of us have considered. And it's hard to imagine that, just because like, okay, well, what could it be though? Are they going to invent a new form of entertainment, a new way for people to connect to each other that no one has thought of yet? It seems unlikely. It seems unlikely that this online service will be something that literally no one ever considered. What could it possibly be? And yet it's Nintendo. You can't count anything out, can you? You really can't. And that's the thing. When they drop the mysteries on us, Is this going to be another MEO situation, you know, where it's like, what is this thing? It could be anything. And then they're like, it's this specific thing. And it's like, okay, that is cool. But man, the stuff I was imagining, my imagination was going wild. Is this going to be a similar thing where they're like, oh, it's just like this. It's just like this little thing. And we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then in your mind, you're imagining like just Willy Wonka, Wonder World, some sort of like crazy, some sort of crazy idea. It's the next evolution in entertainment created by human beings. And it's yeah, no, you know what I'm saying. You figured out how to open a wormhole in the Switch and we can share like telepathic thoughts through it. You know, you never know. This is the thing. It's Nintendo. They made an alarm clock. You didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. And yet they did it. So, so whatever this is, whatever this ends up being, congratulations to the as many as 10,000 participants who got into the program. I'm very eager to see what it is. We don't know, like, are they gonna not reveal it until the day? Is that what they're gonna do? They're gonna keep us in the dark until October 23rd? Or are we gonna get some sort of reveal video between now and then? I don't know. It's a great big mystery. They're really just keeping us in the dark here. And it's really weird. Nintendo Switch Online Playtest Program. That's it. That's all we have. That's literally it. Hey everybody. You wanna do a thing? Yeah, you know, it's like Nintendo's like that friend who, like, you can't even call a friend. They're like too cool and they come around just sometimes. Whatever they want to do, everybody's in on it. Of course, this person's always getting up to cool stuff. Hey, you want to do a thing? We don't even, like, what's the thing? We don't ask. We just, yes. Click the button. I want to be in on this thing, whatever it is. Okay, cool. I'll tell you about it later. Okay. What did we all just sign up for?